to do is find a rhyme for orange. What rhymes with orange?
Cheesecake?
Orange cheesecake. Orange cheesecake. I suppose that could work.
I meant to eat, Rose.
How come you're not working at the piano?
We're blocked.
I've been having good luck with Tank, immediately followed by a granola bar.
No, Blanche is talking about,
A Nestle's Crunch?
one over.
Enema bag?
To the right.
Didn't you, Grip?
Condoms, Rose! Condoms! Condoms! Condoms!
As far as this old lady business, you're acting like an ass. You don't look 50. You don't look 48. You're as beautiful as the day I married you.
Oh, Salvador. Tell me that again.
You're acting like an ass.
Hi, pussycat.
Say goodbye, old woman.
Have a good time?
Do I sound like I had a good time?
How the hell should I know? You're always like this.
Your matchmaker set me up with a criminal.
White collar.
Ma, will you stop?
About it. Seeing him push those little pigs around in a baby carriage. Getting hit with a bucket of confetti anytime you want. And sitting up there in the stands, watching him sweep that spotlight into a little circle and thinking, that's my man.
And we probably should have told her about the letters.
I think you're right.
Come on, let's see if we can find them.
But being vice principal of a junior high school isn't as glamorous as it used to be. Oh, sure, I still get to store all the chocolate clusters in my garage from the new band uniform drive. And, of course, I am the advisor.
And I remember I said, well, couldn't this wait just a minute? I'm reading to the blind.
That's enough, Rose.
Oh, but it's so golden.
Let it go. Come on, let it go. Let it go, you loser. Thank you, Rose. Now,
Dorothy, what are you talking about?
Come on, Acapulco, the El Presidente. You're planning something big.
Well, yeah. I met this great-looking stewardess on the flight out here, and I asked her to go to Acapulco, and she could only go if I found a sitter for her 2 kids. Hey, I'd really appreciate it.
Upper. Rose, you can't believe everything you read in that rag. It caters to people of the lowest intelligence.
Then why do you buy it?
Because it's the only newspaper Elvis will talk to from beyond the grave. Rose, get to the part where they steal the brain out of a dead body and sew it into your head.
So anyway, she got a suspended sentence.
They let her go?
No, they hanged her.
Isaac.
Wow. You're really beautiful.
Thank you, Isaac.
Rose, Blanche and I have to talk to you right now.
That's a very nice dress, Rose.
Thank you. I've worn it once before. But the pantyhose are new.
Listen, Rose, if Blanche and I could just see you out on the lanai.
She doesn't need that on her mantle. She's on her mantle.
At this time, the awards committee would like to ask Agnes's dear friend and our favorite runner-up, Rose Nyland, to accept the award for her.
Be able to surprise you again.
We figure this is the only way to do it. Oh, you really did a great job. I don't know what to say. Say, it's conga time.
Abby wants me to come over and help her get over her first day jitters. I know what you're thinking. She's too dependent on me. But I've decided it's better to be flattered than angry. And it's nice that she needs me. Besides, I have other friends who pay attention to me. Special friends. Friends like you.
Puro Bonafiglio.
Ma, I was asleep.
So was I. That's when it came to me. Picture this. Sicily, 1922. The village is in a terrible wine crisis. It's the peak of the wine season.
Calm down, lady. You just get out of prison?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Well, it's not a bad idea, but I'm a little embarrassed.
Oh, me too. Embarrassed? Well, there's no reason to be embarrassed. Now, these are discreet professionals.
My laundry's more fun, Rose.
The only way I'll feel better about losing your earrings.
Ever see panties from the 20s, Rose? They got pockets.
Please, Blanche.
Oh, I don't know. I just don't feel right.
You don't feel right about it. Well, what about me? What about the guilt that twists deeper and deeper inside?
Mama, Aunt Trudy, Aunt Libby, this is Blanche Devereaux. Hello. This is Rose Nyland. And this is Michael's mother, Dorothy. And this is Michael.
This is Michael.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Come on, Mama, we talked.
Oh, come on now. I heard you laughing. What's so funny? For starters, Gina's a lesbian. What's funny about that? You aren't surprised?
Of course not. I mean, I've never known any personally, but isn't Danny Thomas one?
Girl in the village. So I went to Muffin and I told her how I felt. That was when I found out that beautiful girl was even more beautiful inside. She offered to move to the neighboring village.
And you felt guilty because you'd been so vain.
Hell no, I helped her pack.
One with the Arctic beetle.
Think that one through.
Well, I've heard it's real expensive.
Not if you just do your head. What? I want to preserve my brain.
Bye, Doc.
Blanche, exactly what did you say to Lucy that night at Ed's apartment?
Oh, I told her a lot of things. I told her she was a bright, charming, funny young lady who didn't have to rely upon sex to be liked.
Well, good for you, Blanche.
You know, I hadn't realized how much she's been looking up to me.
Ma thinks that Angela tried to steal her boyfriend.
And you don't?
Of course not.
Don't be so sure, Dorothy. Angela and Sophia are sisters. Sisters have a natural adversarial relationship.
That's because it's genetic. It has to do with the double helix of the DNA molecule.
Why?
It's true. I feel so bad about what happened last night. I may have ruined an ideal relationship, and for what?
Well, it's your own fault for cheating on Miles.
Blanche, it was your idea.
It's the execution, Rose. I said don't get caught.
Mother?
And I found you can't give a sponge bath without the patient's consent.
Oh, Ma, I'm so sorry about everything. I'm sorry I asked you to move that sofa. I'm sorry that you're sick. I swear I'll never ask you to move furniture again. Oh, God, I'm just so happy you're safe.
Oh.
Keep forgetting Dad.
This is horrible. As Big Daddy used to say, I'm feeling lower than the rent on a burning building.
That's funny. I used to live in a burning building. And it was cheap. Was Charlie's in my first...
Huh?
You know, I just don't understand it. How could I not remember Charlie? Have I finally turned that corner? Have I finally become so jaded that I can no longer put the name with the face? Oh, listen to me. He was probably just lousy in bed.
You missed a sensational concert tonight.
I'm glad I did.
Oh, as God is my witness, I will never pick up another man. In a library. On a Saturday. Unless he's cute and drives a nice car.
And the veal shack never did taste right.
Oh, Aunt Angela, you made that up.
Hey, I'm 80. As long as I keep talking, I know my heart is still beating.
Angela, may I offer you something to eat?
As long as it isn't veal. What's that because of Pee-wee?
Oh, Sophia, I have something to tell you.
Wait. Let me tell her.
Sophia, we're out of business. I gambled the money away.
That's not true.
Well, I wish it wasn't. That's what happened. I'm sorry, Sophia.
I don't believe it. This is insane.
Calm down.
Calm down. Calm down.
Hey, we're all artists. We're all misunderstood. He cut off his hair. Maybe I'll cut off mine.
He cut off his ear.
I have too many earrings.
We gotta go. I hate to leave. I've never seen a show like this before.
Hi, Abby.
Oh, good. You're here. I've got to talk to you.
Me too, and I really want you to listen. What?
I'm sorry. I just can't get over how flabby this is.
Anyway, you know the station manager? Well, he called me today, and there is this rumor that you're not going to...
Excuse me, Abby. I'd like...
For every cottage is April in Paris.
And every bathroom, Calcutta in July.
Do you remember how I convinced you to let me back into bed?
No.
I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie. Oh.
Dorothy, where's my heating pad?
How should I know?
If this isn't it, I'd like to know what other electrical appliance you're using under that blanket.
There we are, Sophia. The perfect after-dinner treat. A nice...
I love that car. All the memories we had in that car, huh? The cruising, the drive-ins, the road trips.
And don't forget the accident you had in that car.
What accident?
I'll give you a hint. It cost me $10 every Christmas and still calls me Grandma.
Well, I really enjoyed talking with you. I hope we meet again soon.
Believe me, we will.
You do that sometimes, Dorothy. After you've had a Denver omelet.
Now, you know, this is a real invasion of Rose's privacy. And it's a Spanish omelet.
Doesn't it bother you?
Not if I take a little judge.
Stan, from the fundraiser?
I remember. Come on in. Uncle Angelo, Ma, I hope you don't mind. Stan and I are going to go into the kitchen and talk.
Hey, great party the other night, Angelo.
Stanley, I appreciate you coming here tonight, but I've decided I'm not going out with you.
For myself, for a change. Oh, you're looking at a new Rose Nyland, the girl who's gonna eat life.
Hi, Cookie. How you feeling?
Oh, fine, Sophia. But I did die. I died and went to heaven.
That's nice.
I was so uncomfortable sitting there topless with a strange man.
Next time, just pretend you're at home and he's the bug guy.
Blanche, what did the doctor say?
Oh, he just muttered something in Latin. I explained to him that Simon and I have been going out every night, and it's just...
You were absolutely right. I've been wasting my life.
Oh, Al, I'm so glad you feel that way.
There is one dream I used to have. Sailing around the world. And like you said, what better time to follow my dream than during my retirement? And so I decided I'm going to do it.
You booked yourself on a cruise.
Better. I bought my own boat and I hired a crew.
Now that's a good one. Oh, that's a nice one, too.
Really? You don't think I'm showing too much skin?
Rose, move your thumb. Oh, and look at this one.
Sven, I have some bad news.
Is it bad news?
Yes, it's bad.
Were you two the cousins who played the banjo in Deliverance?
Rose, what's wrong?
Oh, that was the counseling center. I have to work today. Now who's going to show Sven the sights?
Afternoon, Dorothy. My, don't you look lovely today.
Well, thank you. Oh, and don't you look beautiful, vivacious, exquisite, and, let's see, breathtaking?
Dorothy, you know, at some point I'm going to have to start questioning your sincerity.
Just a test, Dorothy.
I know just how you feel. I remember how nervous and scared and panicked I was when I went to that neurologist to have my memory tested.
How did you handle it?
Well, usually I add a cup of bleach.
Each other bloody. It just isn't fair. But to whom? To the gamblers? Gambling is illegal in this state.
Besides, you're such an underdog, even Betty the Weasel won't give odds. I overheard that at bingo the other night.
This way, everybody wins and nobody gets hurt. Now, what's wrong with that? So that's where it ends? Well, that's neat, isn't it? You walk in here, borrow my friends for a while, and start acting like a stupid jerk and waltz right out as if nothing ever happened.
Do you want an apology?
I want an explanation. Holly, I can't figure you out. You're smart.
So, you're an English teacher.
You're fighting over me.
Carl, is this the man you've been seeing?
But don't worry, he's just a little jealous.
That's some bad news, Rose. It's not you he's after. He's using you to get to me. This is the cheese man.
Now I'll have to figure out what to do with all of you.
Now, wait a minute. You can't just come into this house.
Look at that! I don't believe that. Look at what they have on.
Oh, calm down, honey. They're just trying to get to you.
Oh! Rose, take that off. What?
Listen, the doctor said you are supposed to be in bed.
Oh, I'm fine.
I just came from the hospital. They told me Sophia was discharged. Is she here?
No, I haven't taken her out of the trunk of the car yet.
Oh, there you are, Sophia. Are you okay?
Hey, I just spent 2 days. I met in the bar John Quinn. Just got off the phone with him.
And he asked you out for tonight?
Yes. I know it's a little quick, but when Blanche Devereaux wants a man, she does not stand on ceremony. Or the floor.
You seem pretty excited about this date.
Something tells me this man is just about on Sunday.
Rose, Gina's going to be with us for a week. Let's not have all the really big fun right away. Blanche, this is my friend Jean.
Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you, Jean.
You too, Blanche.
Dorothy has told us so much about you. I feel like we're bosom buddies.
Ma, not a word. Use vodka and black underwear like everyone else.
Can we just get this over before I lose my nerve?
Marguerite, I hate to interrupt your work, but we have to talk to you.
Yeah, but before we do, I just want you to know that Tootie is my favorite on The Facts of Life.
I have a little surprise.
Being a gentleman, I realize this time it's only Stan, but next time it could be somebody appealing or charming or at least reasonably good looking. No offense, Stan.
None taken. Dorothy, could we talk for a minute?
Of course, for a minute. Come on.
You bring your wife with you, or did you make her stay home and clean out her toy box?
Doc says you got to take a little ride out to the sun deck.
Great. Who wants to drive?
I'll do it. It's nice not to be a passenger in one of these things for a change. I want you to tell me the whole story all over again from the beginning.
From the beginning.
Yeah, from the time that you left when you were walking across the...
Dorothy, want to...
It states.
Then he should know better.
And this is...
Blanche Devereaux, it's a real pleasure, Mr. President. My, you do have a lot of Secret Service men, don't you?
Hi, Blanche.
Hi, fellas.
Thank you, Mrs. Devereaux. And, Mr. President, this is Dorothy Zbornak.
I am going to make all you women wealthy.
How come whenever my ship comes in, it's leaking?
I am planning on opening a research and development lab. We can come up with new and exciting novelties that will make today's plastic vomit obsolete. To make all of this happen, all I need from each of you is $1,000.
Fine.
think I've got everything. Can I kiss Roy goodbye?
No,
No?
we're not going anywhere.
Give me that baby. Oh, well, say something to her. Tell her you have to get something off your chest and put your foot down. That girl thinks only of herself.
You're right. Put my foot down. Get it off my chest.
Hi, Rose. Where you going?
Dorothy, I'm going to get something off my foot.
Good for you, Rose. Careful of the carpet. What's wrong?
Lucy didn't come home last night. Her bed has not been slept in.
Calm down, Blanche.
I'm going to call the police.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sure she'll be fine. I mean, what's the worst that can happen to a 20-year-old girl in Miami? Oh, my God.
Good morning. Lucy? Oh, for heaven's Roger, Edgar, Bert, Leonard. Well, what are they all doing here?
I invited everybody in your address book.
The little red one by my nightstand?
No, the little black one next to your hot body oil dispenser.
Wait a minute.
Get these.
I'll give you one guess.
You slept with the teacher?
Of course I didn't sleep with the teacher. You have to be very careful these days. I promised I would if he'd give me the answers. I call it safe.
It'll give you something to make him feel guilty about. Most women go through 3-4 years of marriage for ammunition like that.
Hello, Miami Mom's Catering. It's Ramon.
Tell him he's the scum of the earth.
Look who's home.
Dorothy, how was your cruise?
Oh, honey, it was fabulous. Oh, Lee was absolutely charming. We danced, we swam. The captain let me steer the boat.
Oh, come on, tell me how big a disaster was last night.
It wasn't a disaster, Blanche. It was just uncomfortable. No, I tried to find some common ground, something I could talk to Ken's circus friends about. But it turns out the human cannonball doesn't do that much reading.
Well, on about your silly concert.
Oh, Blanche, I'm sorry. What can we do for you?
Nothing. I've decided I have to do it myself. Since the dean was no help whatever, I've decided the only one who can help me is me. Oh, I'm going to show that Professor Cooper something. Now, if you will excuse me, ladies, I have some tall studying to do. Only first, I think, as a reward for working...
Dorothy, where's the cheese?
Right turn, left turn, right turn. Must find the cheese. Must find the cheese.
Dorothy?
Oh, I'm sorry. Listen, Rose. Rose, may I ask you a question? A purely hot...
Broccoli or cream corn?
Rose, you're terribly upset. Corn, please.
I'm not upset. I couldn't care less.
I guess I owe you an explanation.
You owe me a lot more than that. Why didn't you ever come to visit me?
Rose, I stayed away because I...
Might be Phil Rizzuto's. Notice the phrase, holy cow, creeping into her conversation.
Oh, Dorothy, you have nothing to worry about.
Oh, Blanche, of course I do. I am confronting the possibility that the woman I have lived with and known...
I think I'd continue seeing him. Blanche Devereaux has never shared a man.
Or a pizza.
And what does that mean, you wrinkled old crow?
It means Fidel is interested in more than just a cheap thrill. He also wants a mind.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll see about that.
You're on, baby.
Really, really careful.
Dorothy stands here to see you.
Hi, everybody. Sorry to barge in on your meal.
Oh, it's all right, Stanley. Would you like some spaghetti? It's really delicious.
Did you make it?
No.
I'd love some.
Whatever you want to do. Ketchup to go on my lima beans.
Why?
Oh, he sometimes ate them that way. He'd make up stories about how that's the way the kings and queens of Europe ate them. He always made it sound so special. He always made everything sound
When's he gonna grow up?
Well, why should he when you make it so easy for him not to?
Are you saying it's my fault?
Well, all I'm saying is, Dorothy, you have to do something, or you're going to end up with a 60-year-old kid who can't hold a job or have a meaningful relationship, who keeps running to you all the time for emotional support. Can you imagine a man like that?
You enjoy some of that money while I'm still around. Here's a molar. Buy yourself something pretty.
That is so sweet. Well, I tell you what. Let me make you a cup of tea. Ah, there you are. Ma, I scheduled the appointment for your checkup. Ma, you know you have to have a physical. What do you want me to do? Take you to court? Have you declared incompetent?
I'm not incompetent. Once, when I laughed too hard, I had a little accident.
What room are you in?
I better check. Sophia, who are Peter and Maddie, and why are they staying in Blanche's room?
Because Dorothy's room and your room are already rented.
Well, where am I gonna sleep?
I could rent you half of my room.
Dorothy, he's a television celebrity. Besides, I talked to him for over an hour. There weren't too many people in line for his autograph. A Mr. Whipple lookalike was next door demonstrating the new 3-ply toilet tissue. Oh, I better get ready. He's picking me up at 7.
Can you imagine making a date with a guy?
Well, whatever. Have you seen my gun?
No.
Well, damn. What's the point of wearing this if I've got nothing to put in it?
I say the same thing every morning when I put on my bra.
Blanche, why are you dressed like that?
Because I am going to an authentic Texas-style barbecue. And my date...
Everybody, can I have your attention, please? I know I've been a bit scarce tonight, but there is a reason. Something tragic happened this morning. Oh, Ma, I need your help.
Sure, sweetie.
Blanche, honey, what's wrong? You're shaking.
I have been humiliated and degraded.
Many times. You just figured it out now?
The evening started off wonderfully. Donald took me to a beautiful restaurant. He ordered everything in French, which totally confused our waiter, Chip.
I sense you're not either. I guess the problem is to make that human connection, you know, with the...
Figured 5 Halloweens, it'll pay for itself. Hope you brought your appetite, young fella. I know you're going to be pleased with the dinner. Corn pone, succotash, collard greens, and then it's just the appetizers.
Sorry to interrupt everybody, but I haven't enough.
As it turned out, Stan's mother wasn't so bad after all.
Please, the woman wasn't human. I think she ate mice.
Hello? Charlie! Hey, everyone, it's Charlie Jr.
Woman's attention. It won't be because of what is in that bottle. But if it does, I'll sell my mother for an ounce. Girls, look what I found under my bed.
Gee, that's some...
Well, Blanche, what do you think?
Sophia, what have you done?
Saved my pocket little Sicilian behind, that's what. When Dreyfus didn't come home again this morning, I went to the pet shop and got a duplicate. Amazing, isn't it?
Sophia, be fair. At our age, it's not easy to find the perfect man.
Or maybe we have all dated our share of losers, but I personally have had my share of winners, too.
Please, you've ridden more winners than Willie Shoemaker.
All I meant was there has been a...
The Gloria never sits home on a Friday night, and she's a widow. Every time I talk to her, she's going out with another guy.
Ma, she calls you 3 times a year.
She's very busy. I'm thrilled she finally found the time for a visit.
Ma, why do you always make excuses for her?
I don't make excuses for any of my children. Except Phil.
Your help.
Ladies, with all due respect, I think it's time you threw in the dish towel. I mean, trying to fix it yourself was cute, but I think you proved your point, and it's time to let a man take over.
I'm with Lou.
Oh, get your coat. Lou is leaving.
Hey, not so hard. I work with my hands.
You're making a big mistake. The man may be...
Going through those photograph albums yesterday with Dorothy, I realized that I haven't always been easy to love. Oh, I was a horrible child. Rebellious and difficult. But you always made me feel loved and beautiful.
Put her in a bear suit with pom-poms. Do the growl, pussycat. Come on, do the growl. That's it. That's it.
Now, it so happens I was their good luck charm. They won a lot of games with me in that suit.
Sure, the other team was always afraid we'd send in the bear. And I thought, that baby must have been born just as Sal died. He even looked like Sal. Of course, all babies look like Sal. Especially when he took out his teeth. Oh, God, I miss that man.
Me too, Ma.
And then the strangest thing happened. They put the baby's last name...
Of course, I lost my mama's jewels because of somebody else's energy.
I got no energy. I'm going to sleep.
Blanche, come on, don't be absurd. Look, we were robbed, and now it's over. It has nothing to do with energy. It has nothing to do with being single. It has to do with a lousy lock on a sliding door and...
Old as you are and still be in the business. Well, good luck.
I've never felt so good and so cheap in my whole life. It was the first year after Charlie died that was the hardest. I'd lie awake for hours. I just could not get used to sleeping alone. Then I started taking the extra pillows and shoving them under the covers so I...
I'm sorry. I forgot all about your tutoring session.
Well, it's okay. We were just finishing.
Hi, Blanche. You look pretty.
You should see me if I had earrings. So what are y'all doing?
Oh, well, we just finished algebra.
Why do I have to learn algebra?
Because I had to learn how to teach it. And now I'm just checking the...
As human being, I disagreed. The man is pig. He charged me rent. His own cousin.
I can believe that.
His rates are reasonable, but the way he nickels and dimes you on the extras.
No, you're right. Stan is a lazy, disgusting, sorry excuse for a man.
Now I stay here with...
Excuse me again.
I can't believe it. I am going to be a grandfather. Think about it. Part of me is going to be passed on to that child.
Well, I'm sure we'll learn to love it anyway.
You're here with her.
It's not easy living with somebody who's always so together. She's so efficient, so organized. She even balances her checkbook.
Since when is competence a crime?
Look, Dorothy cannot be blamed for being capable.
Well, she doesn't have to lord it over us and criticize us for not living. Are you saying you're upset because the reunion went great and your sorority sisters looked wonderful?
Well, of course not, Rose. That would be childish. I am upset because I was not the center of attention and nobody said I was the prettiest.
Oh, come on now, Blanche. I mean, what difference does it make?
Oh, Dorothy. You could...
Tie sock hanky combo.
This is just the kind of behind-the-scenes excitement I was hoping to be part of.
Good night.
Good night,
Bye.
Gil. Bye-bye.
Well, I think we ought to be proud. We threw one heck of a party.
Don't you guys just love being involved in politics? Oh, I haven't had this much fun since I worked on a Dewey camp.
Oh, you are a vengeful god.
Oh, girls, thank God you're here. I'm sorry I scared you. The doctor just wants me to stay here overnight for observation.
Honey, don't be sorry. We're just so happy you're feeling better. Coffee shop. Oh, I got there 5 minutes early and caught him necking with a waitress.
Oh. Well, that must have made it easier.
No, I still could not do it.
Dorothy, how long had you been together with this guy?
38 years.
That was Stan?
And you know, to this day...
And they'll even run your picture and let you use up to 100 words in your biography.
How do you know that?
Rumor.
Well, I suppose I could try it, but I could never, ever see myself going out with a man I met that way.
Honey, desperate times call for desperate measures.
Blanche, you make it sound like I'm the only woman in Miami.
A good time.
Wait, you're going to introduce me to some of your friends?
Yes, if I see anybody I know.
Hey, Blanche. How's life?
Well, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing no underwear. That. You have another date with Ken. Oh, Sophia, do you believe it?
And I thought my head was spinning from the splash of vino in my lemonade.
Sophia, you don't put wine in your lemonade.
No. You're right, I don't. It was a joke.
We'll just do exactly the same things we did that night. Oh, what a wonderful night that was. Bye, girl.
Not a clue.
Salvador. Mainly because he's the only guy in the room with a neck. Anyway, I'm feeling a little queasy. Francesca makes a great party, but she bakes a manicotti you could anchor a boat with. So I go upstairs for a broma seltzer when suddenly Salvador grabs me from behind and begins passionately kissing me. Do I look like a woman who beats her laundry on a rock? I meant you should move here to Miami.
Oh, that's a great idea. Angela, you would love Miami.
Aunt Angela, what do you say?
Oh, I don't know. I'm too old to pick up and move to a strange country.
What are you talking about? Before your husband died, you lived here for 30 years.
I don't know.
Oh, come
Twylar. Kolak says that I have to return to my home planet of Twylar immediately. So we'll just say goodbye this time until next time, boys and girls, when you turn on your TV sets and hear. Look, everyone!
May I remind you, Dorothy, that moose didn't just raise little Yemeni. He put him through medical school.
Why were you dating Buzz at the same time as Charlie?
Because I didn't know which one I liked better. They were so different. Charlie liked to do all
The only thing that's been in more hotel rooms than she has, and she can't remember a word of it.
Look, it's obvious they're not going to let us see Rose, so I think the only thing we can do is pray. All right. Oh, please, God, hear our prayer. From the halls of...
Honey, listen, don't panic. As soon as the girls get home from work, we'll fan out through the neighborhood and we'll find Dreyfus.
No go, Blanche. I need to handle this myself.
Why?
Because if Dorothy finds out I lost Dreyfus, she'll never trust me with anything again. That's why I'm begging you, please. Promise me on your mother's grave, you won't breathe a word.
I feel like working this body up into a manic frenzy.
Well, great. We still have time to get to class.
Oh, who cares about class? The circus is in town. I say we go look up the Flying Finelli Brothers.
How about
Your good behavior badges. Come on now, you all know you use both fingers for the sunshine salute. Oh.
So glad those little heathens finally left.
She can't help it. Blanche needs a man. She told me when George died, she made a date at the funeral. Oh, not that she didn't love George. She can't be without a man. You know what I'm saying? Now, you have to go in there and set Sven straight, and the longer you wait, the harder it'll get.
I know you're right, and I will.
Of course she's right. You know, I once made the same mistake myself. I was dating a guy my parents could not stand. He used to come over to the house during...
And you fall into the arms of your valiant Galahad?
My Galahad was a balloon salesman named Sid.
Hey, who knew that sawed-off little gnome would outbid a Navy admiral and a fire chief and That jeweler who was a dead ringer for Mr. Richard Widmark.
Blanche, that was a year ago. I'd love you to meet my friend, Rose.
Oh, hi, John, ready. Shall we go? We've got reservations at 8:30.
Take me. Out. Take me out for dinner. Hi, Ma. What you doing?
Thinking
About what?
about wind, water, rocks, man's place in the delicate balance of nature's harmony. Where we're going, where the road ends.
Gee, Ma, I never knew you were so philosophical.
I'm not, it's those damn infinity
That southern accent of yours really comes and goes.
grits, all right?
That grandmother of yours is really a sweetheart.
She sure is.
Bless her heart. How do we get rid of her?
But, Dan, are you making a pass at me?
Yeah, if I strike out, I strike.
Gotta go.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were staying till the end of the week.
Well, I just got a call for a gig in New Orleans, and this time I don't have to wear a tie.
Good luck to you, sweetheart. And you call me when you get there.
I will.
You.
Barry was the man that I wanted to be the first.
First where?
On Mars, Rose. My first lover.
Well, so what happened?
Stanley. That's what happened. Stanley. I went to a drive-in with Stanley.
James and Thomas, so let them down easy. Frank and Eddie, flush them.
Oh, Rose, now don't be so upset. You seen the way Miles looks when you tell those St. Olaf stories?
He looks like he's listening.
There you go.
Fine, rich, young black man off the top of my head.
Wait just a minute till I get a pencil.
Mama, I love Michael. I don't care about his color. Honey, it's just a phase. Ever since Diana Ross started marrying white men.
Yet. Besides, Blanche needs me now. Look, I have to go. No, Sonny, no. All right, if I do it, will you hang up? I got you, babe.
They're called vacuum slacks. It's supposed to inhale all the fat from your body. Watch. You're giving up a date for Beatlemania?
Oh, Rose, the Beatles were the first and only rock and roll group that I ever really loved. When they came to Shea Stadium, I managed to get a ticket, but one of my kids came down with the flu. It was one of those times when you have to pretend that you love your kid. She's not in here.
Well, maybe she had trouble with her pacemaker, and since we weren't here, she called him.
Oh, my God.
No, I said over there.
Anyway, that's when I decided it's about time I fulfilled my lifelong dream to join those daring men who soar above the earth.
You want to be an astronaut?
Oh, no, I don't like to go to the bathroom in my suit. I want to be a traffic reporter. I want the name Isaac Newton to be remembered.
All over her, just like she was somebody. I just have to keep reminding myself, I am Blanche Devereaux. I am beautiful. Men find me desirable. And my life is over.
Boy, when the mask falls off, it really makes a thud.
Come on, Dorothy, sing something.
Point, Dorothy. The point is, for the second time in 2 days, I have been thrown over for a younger woman. I can't compete anymore.
Oh, honey, of course you can.
Well, you just have to compete in a different way, like with intelligence and charm.
I don't know those ways, Rose, and I'm too old to learn.
Well, we cashed in the policies and paid the sharks off. But I didn't give Dorothy the money until she agreed to go to Gamblers Anonymous.
I can understand now why you're deeply upset.
Thanks, you human speed bump. sorry. We understand.
How could the stand have burned to the ground?
I don't know.
We were so careful.
I have a confession to make. The reason I sent you two ahead and said I'd lock up is because I wanted a cigarette. And I guess I didn't put it out.
Oh. Well, I wouldn't about taking up sculpting.
Really, Doc?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You said you'd like to help him mold his clay or buff his marble anytime.
Rose, you're such a kidder.
What is sex?
This about getting married?
Yes.
Or that I'm not used to being with a beautiful woman like you?
Yes.
Or that I'm just a naive, inexperienced man?
Yes.
No. It's none of those things, Blanche. It's because
Ma, Phil is not gay.
You mean you're gay? What, your friend Gina's having some sort of membership drive?
Ma.
Dorothy, I know you don't get many dates, but stick with what you know. At your age, it's very hard to break into something new.
George, please, I've had enough surprises for one day.
Blanche, faking my death was a mistake. For the last 9 years, every day without you has seemed longer than the one before. Now, you just say the word and I'll go back where I came from, but...
If it is, and I better call Simon and cancel our date for tonight. You know, I'm really starting to care about him, and I wouldn't want him worrying about my recording his performance. You know how fragile men's egos are. One little thing like screaming out the wrong name, and they go all to pieces.
Thank you, Blanche. Now, don't forget, I'm going to see you later at the book signing.
Mm-hmm. Maybe I can get a copy of your book there.
Well, it just so happens.
Oh, is this it? Vixen, Story of a Woman. Ooh, catchy title.
Would you like me to sign it?
Oh, sure.
I'm thinking of going to Europe with him.
Rose, quite frankly, I don't get it. What is this hold that Buzz has over you?
Oh, I know exactly what she's going through, Dorothy. First love can be very powerful. I felt the same way about Haywood Boyle, the star pitcher on our high school baseball team. Oh, an amazing athlete.
Monday morning, I am going to be the first in line.
Make that second.
What are you talking about, Blanche? You've never cared about Jeopardy.
No, but I do care for Alex Trebek. You see, I've never had a Canadian who wasn't on skates.
I'm sorry, I...
Bullet.
I haven't had a decent night's sleep in weeks. Every time I climb into bed, I feel guilty.
Take down the video equipment.
Don't be silly, Dorothy. They're delicious. You just have to know how to eat them. You hold your nose with one hand, and you pop a Crispy in your mouth with the other. That tastes like cheesecake, fresh strawberries, and chocolate ice cream.
Cuban. But hath not a Cuban eyes? Hath not a Cuban hands? Organs? Dimensions? Senses? Affections? Passions? Fed with the same food? Hurt with the same weapons?
Blanche, you didn't strike me as the type who needed a chaperone.
Well, as I said, it was a tradition. We Southern families stick together.
We sure do.
Rose, what the hell are you listening to?
It's a relaxation time.
Now, Sophia, I was getting ready to go to the shelter. What are you doing here?
Angelo, you're my big brother. I can only come to you. I'm in trouble.
Then the boy will marry you.
What's inside a pit or a pearl? This is a 25-cent nectarine.
Fine, sold.
Blair, don't stand there like a bump on a pickle. Give the man a quarter.
Through an entire night without them. I thought you had it beat.
So did I. Dorothy, when you were staying up with me, I felt like I was safe, that I could rely on your strength to get me through it. But Dorothy, you're not enough. These are even stronger than you are.
Honey, let me call a recovery center.
No.
Yes.
Dorothy, when you get around my age, two things happen. One, you get more intuitive about the weather, and two, corn becomes your enemy.
Ma, even if there is a hurricane a-comin'...
Don't patronize me.
Her pouty lips, her flaxen hair, her flawless alabaster skin. Her proud breasts seem to be saying, is it just me or is it cold in here?
So?
Pouty, flaxen, proud. What do you need, a photograph? This book is a...
Nice hit, Tracy. Now, why don't you throw one into the Schiller's yard?
This has been the worst day of my life.
Blanche, hand me my robe.
Here. Now listen, we love you two a lot, but you've been here for 3 weeks, and this living arrangement is not working out.
I guess we forgot how hard it is to live with a man in the house.
Why? What did I do?
Well, you snore, you don't pick up after yourself, and you hardly ever remember to lift up the toilet seat.
Give this to Dorothy, you promise?
Yes, sure, Sophia.
Good. Now I can save what I know about you and the twin rabbinical students for another time.
Rose, are you all right?
Hi, Sophia. Remember me? Stan's brother, Ted? I danced with you at their wedding.
Where were you when they got divorced? I was looking for someone to dance with then.
Ted, what a surprise!
It's great to see you again.
What about me, babe?
Go hug a landmine.
Credits to get my degree.
Well, it's going to take a lot of hard work on your part.
You mean like extra credit?
Well, you could say that.
Oh, well, that's fine. I'm ready, willing, and able. I'll do whatever I have to.
Oh, I like your attitude, Blanche. This is my,
Anchop, St. Olaf's leading shepherd and notary, came to speak. Oh, it was so moving when he talked about his solitary existence with the sheep. No human contact for months at a time. Oh, just building a special relationship with God's simple
Blanche! Dorothy!
Go, Dorothy, go!
Call.
Oh, thank you, Ma. Oh, a young Bacall.
Amazing. 60 years old and she still falls for that young Bacall bit.
I heard that. You're making this whole thing up just to rub it in. You have never met these people.
Jealousy is a very ugly thing, Dorothy. And so are you in anything backless. Oh, Jean, you were always a terrific girl. Dorothy, why can't you be more like Jean? scratch that.
Where are your roommates, Dorothy?
Jean, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know quite how to phrase this.
The lesbian thing, do you keep it under your hat or what?
She melted into
Where exactly are your loins?
Rose, it doesn't matter. Just listen. She melted into his arms, faint now with the animal musk of him.
I didn't know people had loins. I've heard a loin of pork.
Wants this marriage to happen. So instead of fighting, why don't we all sit down and try to figure a way out of this mess?
You like cheesecake?
Can Ella shatter glass?
Rose, are you all right? Nothing to think over. What he did is sexual harassment. He cannot get away with that.
But I don't know if I can pass this course on my own.
Oh, Blanche, believe me, in the long run, you'll be so much happier if you use your brains instead of your body.
I don't know if I can. When I was little, I was always overshadowed by my sisters. They were...
Oh, come on, Ma. I mean, Phil would look pretty stupid doing that by himself.
Rose. Oh, Rose.
Blanche, what's wrong?
I never finished reading this letter from Mary.
Thoughtful of you to bring garbage.
These are my tax receipts. Our future is in this bag.
How appropriate.
Hi, girls.
Hi, Stan.
Blanche, you look great in that blouse. Are those new? I mean, is that new?
Stan,
Are you the doctor?
Yes? Oh, the contractions have been approximately 5 minutes apart for the last 45 minutes. I suggest you see how dilated she is.
Gee, I never would have thought of that.
Let's get her head up so the baby can get more oxygen.
No, get her feet up so it'll be a boy.
No.
Always her arms. I want a girl.
Put her down.
Cutting out. You're in for the long haul. Keep your seatbelt on. There are lots of twists and turns. Stop that, or they're gonna come in here and sing again. And you were my favorite student. But I'm not your teacher anymore. And Mr. Gonzalez is dead. Let's mambo.
Susan Armstrong?
Ted O'Brien, my. Why, you would not believe how often I've thought about you over the...
Like taking it easy. I might have AIDS, and it scares the hell out of me. And yet every time I open my mouth to talk about it, somebody says, there, Rose, take it easy.
I'm sorry, honey.
Why me, Blanche? I'm tired of pretending I feel okay so you won't say take it easy. And I'm tired of you saying take it easy. The street. You know, Sam and Edna's daughter.
That's a girl?
Woof! Dorothy, what are you doing up?
Her banging woke me.
What are you talking
The
about?
toilet seat, Ma. 4 women live in this house. The toilet seat never has to move. You always manage to make it bang.
What do you think?
There's something about her I don't like.
Me too.
I find her hard to talk to.
Me too.
She thinks I'm dumb.
Me too.
You're not a mechanical person, Dorothy. You never were. For the first 3 months of your life, you tried to breastfeed off my cameo.
Rose, come on. Do you really think we could do it?
Well, it might take a little time, but we'd sure save a lot of money.
Then let's...
Rose, I'll get you another one.
Girls, I've got some bad news. I couldn't get Mrs. Claxton to sign the petition.
Oh, no, and that tree's on her property.
If she doesn't support the petition, the city will chop that tree down for sure.
I know it doesn't make any sense. Why would she want to cut down that gorgeous to a...
just can't believe you really feel this way. You know, Lorraine's mother's not the least bit concerned about our age difference.
Well, she's entitled to her opinion.
Leonard, fellas, now no need to rush off like this. It is my birthday. Who wants to be the first one to spank me? Boy, that turned out to be some evening, didn't it?
It sure did.
You know, from that night on, I learned to love surprise parties.
You just have to learn to live each day just one day at a time.
Well, of course you do, Dorothy. I mean, if you took them two at a time, you'd end up constantly changing your underwear.
Go ahead, stand up and say it.
You decide.
All right, okay. I understand. It's just that the thought of losing you, Rose, it scares me. I love you, damn it. I want us to be together. We should be together because we want to be, not because I boxed you into a corner with an ultimatum. You take all the time you need.
Hey, out on the lanai?
Oh, now that you mention it, Blanche, no, there isn't.
Rose, you remember our signal when I want you to leave?
You wouldn't hit me in front of company. Come on, Arnie. I want...
Can't, it would crush her.
Well, then it's time to ship Isaac Newton to Saskatchewan.
Dorothy, you can't send a citrus farmer to Saskatchewan. How's he going to make a living?
Excuse me, next time we invent a person, let's make sure that he has a trade that travels.
Besides, I'm kind of proud of the job we've done on Isaac. I'd hate to see him go.
Let's drive to Disney World and ride the teacups.
Oh, too wild, Rose.
Hey, I know a bar over in Cocoa Beach where you can pick up over-the-hill astronauts.
Or there's some rocky road in the...
Is important now, and with them gone, we're supposed to be together in a new way. I saw it on a coffee commercial. I think Taster's Choice. This couple, we're supposed to be like that.
Like what?
Like this couple. They're there, just the two of them, sipping coffee together.
You know, we have these people who are coming to visit, and we still haven't decided what our sleeping arrangements are going to be.
I volunteer to sleep with Sophia.
Oh, no, I think I should sleep with Ma. I mean, we've done it many times before. We always get along just fine.
Except when you're sick. You remember the time you had bronchitis?
Oh, honey, I was really ill.
Bruno Bonafiglio.
Ma, I was asleep.
So was I. That's when it came to me. Picture this. Sicily, 1922. The village is in a terrible wine crisis. It's the peak of the wine season.